everybody, welcome back. All right, so I hope everybody's having a great time. We had a wonderful turnout with all the paper mache for Halloween. All the animals really enjoyed that, so you will see many videos on that. So I'm Christina, and this is
Haley.
And I hope you, Salazar. I hope you enjoy the video. So, you ready?
All right, so let's go ahead and start with our first video.
At Lion Country Safari, we believe happy animals are healthy animals. We like to keep our animals happy with different types of enrichment. Lions love to hunt down paper mache boxes with meat inside. They get really into it. Get it off.
So as you could see in that video, the lions had a blast with all the enrichment. You did see one of the female lionesses. She actually did get her head a little stuck in one of those boxes, but she's perfectly fine. She ended up just being very embarrassed when she got it off. But they all had a great time. We put meat chunks in the boxes, and they just went to town on them and had just a marvelous time.
I have a great question
Sure.
here. They wanted to know how many lions do we have here at Lion Country Safari?
All right, we have a total of 16 lions. The age ranges from 19 years old, and she is our oldest lion. And then we have 1.5-year-olds. So we have a very wide variety of ages.
Do we do enrichments every day?
Yes, it is very important to do enrichment every day. It keeps them active, and we provide a lot of natural behaviors throughout the enrichment. So we'll provide a lot of sensory enrichment, such as rhino poop and zebra poop, as well as giraffe urine, which they absolutely love, the lions. We do a variety of other things too, like catnip. We did blood pops today, actually, and they all really enjoyed that. And we do a whole variety of enrichment, but it's every single day.
We have a very interesting question here from Ms. Hillman's class. They want to know if the lions can see the zebra as both black and white stripes.
That's an
If they
excellent
can
question.
see,
If they can see the stripes.
yes, they can definitely see both the black and the white stripes. That's a great question. Yes.
And that's actually the purpose kind of the stripes is to act not as really a camouflage for their environment, but more to camouflage within the herd of all the zebras together. It's kind of hard to pick out one individual and decide that's the one you want to get.
Right.
Northborough Elementaries would like to know if the lions live in caves in the wild.
In caves.
In caves.
No, they don't live in caves. They live in a very wide span of grassland in Africa. And I mean, they could probably find some shady spots like dens. But I mean, it's very in a wide, no caves area.
Oh, here's a great question. How many times a day do the lions eat?
Oh, they eat once a day. We feed them in the morning or in the afternoon. And they also get fed 6 days a week. And one of those days we do a fasting day. So they actually get bones. That is for their, it's very good for their teeth. And we keep that schedule. So once a week we do a fasting day. They get no meat, but they just get bones, and they eat every single day though, otherwise.
They would like to know, do the lions eat any pumpkin enrichments that we put out?
Actually, yes. Pumpkin is one of my favorite enrichments. Like all animals can get them. They're awesome. The lions actually love to tear them apart. Sometimes we'll stuff meat in them or maybe even blood. And they just tear them apart. They like to play soccer with them as well, and they'll carry them around the field. So it's a great enrichment. It's definitely one of my favorites in the lions as well.
Another question that we received from one of the elementary schools is they want to know how long we've been doing the enrichment projects for. Not just necessarily with the schools, but in general.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
The enrichment I couldn't give you an exact timeline, probably for a very long time, because enrichment is one of the most important things of, keeping animals. You have to make sure that they're happy, they're healthy, and that's one of the important caretaking aspects of having animals, especially in zoo settings, to make sure that they are occupied, they are happy, and their life every day is not the same thing. So we've probably been doing it for quite a long time.
We got another question here is, can you tell us about the snake in your hand?
I absolutely can. Excellent question. Okay, this is Salazar. He's a ball python. And he's a juvenile, so he's not full grown. But ball pythons will only get maybe 5 to 6 feet long, so he'll continue to grow a little bit more. He is a constrictor. He is non-venomous, so no fangs for injecting venom. But as you can see, he's kind of just wrapping comfortably around my hand, hanging on kind of like he might if he was hanging out in a tree or something like that. He is native to Africa. Again, he is a constrictor, and you can see he's got this really nice camouflaging pattern. He's not a Burmese python. You may have heard of Burmese pythons. Those guys get to be about 20 feet long. Again, he'll max out at about 5 to 6 feet.
The last question that we'll do before we go to the next portion of the video is, what happens to the animals in captivity if they do not get enrichments?
They do not. Well, it's really important to have enrichment. Again, it keeps them happy, healthy. We establish many natural behaviors throughout the enrichments that we provide. If they don't have it, it's not a very healthy situation. So it's very important that they have that enrichment and different types of enrichments every single day. And we do that with all our animals here.
And our enrichments can be a lot of different things. They can be kind of almost like their version of toys to play with. They could be scents, like some of the things that Christina's talked about that the lions get from other animals. It can even be a change in their environment, just putting something new in their exhibit to make their life a little bit exciting and mix things up, give them a little bit of variety.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the next video clip that we have.
The chimp keepers are preparing enrichments filled with fruits and vegetables. The chimps shift islands to get their enrichments after the keepers have put them out and left. Here we have Toby the Tapir enjoying his banana-filled enrichment. Even Baby Blossom is enjoying her Halloween enrichments on safari.
So a couple other questions that we have coming up is, do baby giraffes have long necks?
Baby giraffes do have long necks, yes. Baby giraffes, when they're born, are about 6 feet tall. So that's going to include head, neck, and legs and body and all.
Yeah.
So the whole giraffe. But they have the same number of neck bones that we have. We have 7 and giraffes have 7 too. As an adult, one neck bone is probably going to be bigger than one of our heads. But they do have a little bit of growing to do.
Are chimpanzees good jumpers?
Are chimpanzees good jumpers? They can be. They're pretty agile or athletic. They have a lot of muscles, so they're pretty strong, they're pretty athletic, they can run and they can jump pretty good.
I have an interesting question. What is the difference between chimpanzees versus monkeys?
Chimpanzees versus monkeys, that's a good question. Chimps are a type of ape, and apes do not have tails, and monkeys are going to have tails. So monkeys will include a lot of different species of primates, and also will apes, but chimps fall under apes in that sort of classification.
Can they swim?
Chimpanzees cannot swim for a number of reasons. First of all, they don't know how. Nobody ever taught them or put on their swimmies and took them to swim lesson. But they don't know how. They don't have very good lung capacity, so they don't know how to hold their breath. They're not very good at that. They also they're so muscular and so athletic that they wouldn't really float. So if you're ever in the pool, you lay on your back, you can kind of float. But these guys, they have so much muscle mass that they wouldn't be able to float at all.
Yep.
Do chimps usually, can they run fast at all?
I think they can probably get a good speed under them.
And do we know how many giraffes here are at Lion Country?
Ooh, how many giraffes we
We
have?
have about 20. I think we have about
I think
20
we have
giraffes.
about 22.
Yeah.
And we had, I believe, 5 babies last year alone.
Yep.
So we're always getting more.
Yes. Fun fact too, 2 of our babies last year were named Akuna and Matata.
Very cute. Another question that we have is what type of enrichments do we put in with the chimp feed?
What kind of enrichments do we put in the chimps? The chimps can get a lot of different things. We can actually even do things like we take produce, like the different fruit that they enjoy, and freeze it in a bucket of water. So if it's a real hot day, they can kind of dig through that ice or like lick the ice until they can get the fruit. We'll even give them stuffed animals or clothing. We have at least 1 or 2 chimps that like to carry around jackets with them. Melody, I know, is often with her jacket.
I
Little
believe-
Mama
yeah, Little
carries
Mama.
around babies.
Yes.
Which are
It's on
stuffed
her back.
animals. And even, again, food, different ways of integrating food into their diet and offering that in different ways as well.
Awesome. So now we're going to go to our next video, and then we'll come back and see you all shortly.
Our keepers also put out enrichments for the animals in the walkthrough, like the East African crowned cranes and China the chicken. Even the flamingos are doing some Halloween trick-or-treating. Tina and Onyx wait patiently for the keeper to finish setting up the other island so they can go check out what's new. macaws just can't wait to tear into their enrichments.
You all enjoyed that video of the walkthrough animals getting their lovely enrichments. And do we have any questions?
We sure do. The very first question that just popped up is, why do the keepers have masks on?
All right, so primates, just like us, can get some colds. So we are very careful and we make sure we wear our masks. Just so that no airborne cold bacteria get into them either. So it's just a protection for both of us. So it's a really good protection.
How many spider monkeys do we have?
How many spider monkeys do we have? We have 5 spider monkeys. We have Jesse James, Wisha, Slick, Shadow, and Zachary.
Another question is how long does a giraffe's tongue get?
How long can a giraffe's tongue get? A giraffe's tongue can be as long as 18 inches, which is about 1.5 feet, which gives them that extra extension so they can grab any leaves just out of their reach.
A great question that came in from another elementary school is they wanted to know, how many animals do we estimate that we have here at Lion Country?
All right, we have about over 1,000 animals here and a huge variety and range of animals.
Do we know about how many rhinos we might have?
I guess maybe
I think we have about maybe like 11
or 15. I don't know. About 15 rhinos. I'm sorry.
We do know that we've had some babies that are born recently. If you want to come out and check on them, we provide lots of enrichments for our baby rhinos as well.
Check out Baby Blossom. She's running around out there.
Yeah, she's having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when they saw the flamingos having their enrichments, they wanted to know, did the flamingos fly at all?
Flamingos in the wild can fly. They can also fly about 37 miles per hour, but because our flamingos were hatched and raised in captivity and they really don't have any experience dealing with the outside world, we want to make sure they stay nice and safe. So they are actually clipped.
Another question is, why is the snake sticking out its tongue so much?
Why is the snake sticking out its tongue so much? Well, snakes smell a little bit different than we do. So he's getting a sense of his environment by sticking out his tongue, and he's actually collecting like air molecules. And when he brings that tongue back in, he processes that on the roof of his mouth with a special organ called the Jacobson's organ. And that, again, helps him to interpret his environment, check out what's around him, just kind of like the way you would smell, be like, what's around me, what's going on, what can I smell?
Do our flamingos have names?
Our flamingos do have names. We have 21 Caribbean flamingos. Some of them are actually named after presidents. So we have a Washington, a Truman, a Roosevelt, and a Lincoln. And then we have the other adults, which are, some of them are named after racetracks.
Racetracks,
yeah.
yes.
Like there's an Indy, for
Yeah.
example. So they do all have names.
What I wanted to ask that I saw earlier, one of the questions was, is what was our original animal here at Lion Country Safari?
Well,
What started us off?
well, we are Lion Country Safari, so our original animals were lions. We had a bunch of lions, a big old pride, so it was really cool.
And do we have any alligators here?
Yes,
Yep.
we have a couple on exhibit in the walkthrough, but we also have a lot of wild ones. So if you're going through the preserve, keep an eye out around the banks because sometimes we will have some wild gators out there.
A wonderful question came in that maybe you girls can help with is they asked, how can we help the animals from our classrooms?
That's really
Very
good
good
question.
question. You wanna start taking it?
Sure. If you're looking to help animals, help the environment, help conserve, the most important thing you can do is learn about what the issues are. Learn about poaching in Africa, learn about pollution, and then see what you can do based on a specific issue you're interested in. See if you can maybe donate or help the rhinos, help protect them, tell other people about it. Recycling is also really important. You can recycle so many different things. You can even recycle cell phones. Cell phones have a mineral in it called coltan that you can only get in Africa. And in order to get that, they have to open a mine and unfortunately destroy habitat. which usually affects mountain gorillas. But if you actually recycle your cell phones with us here at Lion Country, we'll recycle with EcoCell, and we will give you a free feeding coupon for one of the interactive exhibits here as a thank you for helping to recycle cell phones.
You can also do a lot at home too, such as even bringing reusable bags to the grocery store or any shopping area that you like. And so you're not using all those plastic bags. Another thing you can do is reduce the amount of straws that you use, because it is plastic, and even water bottles. So you can have a reusable water bottle. Just the little things. You can definitely look up online on the internet and look up different ways that you can help at home that will actually make a big difference on your waste and how much you throw out. And that makes a big difference for the environment.
Awesome. So if you want to just go ahead and talk about our next Adobe,
Sure.
and then I'll hop on camera here in a minute.
Sure, absolutely. Our next Adobe that we're looking to do, we are going to do feces from every species. We're very excited about that. We have begun filming for that. But keep an eye out for an email from us. We're going to be looking to have that out to you guys sometime in December. So again, keep an eye out for an email so we can get that information to you.
Yep. You'll learn all about different species and their feces, and even how we use glitter to identify the lion fecals. And it's non-toxic and it's safe, but it's a lot of fun. All right.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm sure you remember Cece from the last Adobe that we did. We are really excited for our plans coming up in the next few months here. We have awesome Adobe virtual field trips that we're going to be providing for all of you. I'm sure as you looked in the teacher room there, you're going to see some coupons there. If you're interested in booking a field trip, you're more than welcome to use those coupons to provide. We're also doing outreach programs as well, where we will bring the zoo to you. We bring a variety of different animals, and education here has some awesome outreach programs that we have set up for everyone. It's all STEM related, and it's up to Sunshine State standards. So I would definitely keep in touch with us through December. We will be sending out an email blast, going ahead and giving more information about feces from every species that we'll be doing. It's a hard tongue twister to say for me.
Me too.
And then if you have any questions that we did not get to that your students want to be answered, please feel free to email us at marketing@lioncountrysafari.com, or you can email us at education@lioncountrysafari.com, and we will be happy to go ahead and answer all those questions that your students have. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you all back here in December. Have a great day. Thanks.